Donald Trump owns 15 championship golf courses across 3 continents. He has played alongside Tiger Woods, hosted LIV golf tournaments at his own properties, and positioned himself as one of the most prominent figures in the sport over the past 3 decades. And yet, Augusta National Golf Club, the most exclusive address in golf, has never extended him a membership invitation. Speaking to the press ahead of the 2026 Masters, legendary coach Butch Harmon offered the clearest public explanation for that absence that has ever been given, drawing on a personal knowledge of Trump that stretches back to childhood. Augusta National is not simply a golf course. It operates as a private institution with its own carefully maintained culture, one built around discretion, restraint, and a deliberate distance from public spectacle. Membership is extended by invitation only. There is no application, no fee structure that unlocks access, and no external pressure that has ever visibly moved the hand. The membership reportedly sits at around 300 individuals, a number that has remained largely stable for decades. Past members have included former heads of state, senior business figures, and individuals from across industry and public life, but what connects them is not wealth or fame. It is a compatibility with the way Augusta conducts itself, quietly and without need for outside validation.
Butch Harmon is 82 years old and is widely regarded as the most accomplished golf coach of his generation. He worked with Tiger Woods from 1993 to 2004, the period during which Woods established himself as the most dominant player in the history of the sport. That partnership included Woods' famous 12-shot victory at the 1997 Masters, his 2000 U.S. Open triumph at Pebble Beach by 15 shots, and the completion of the Tiger Slam in 2001. Beyond Woods, Harmon's client list has included Greg Norman, Phil Mickelson, Adam Scott, Ernie Els, and Darren Clarke. His credibility within professional golf is not in question, and his presence at Augusta this week, working as an analyst for Sky Sports, places him at the center of the tournament's media landscape. What gives his comments about Trump additional significance is the personal history underpinning them. Harmon's father, Claude Harmon, was the head professional at Winged Foot Golf Club in New York for more than 30 years, and a Masters champion himself, having won the 1948 title at Augusta. Fred Trump, Donald Trump's father, was a longtime member at Winged Foot during that same era. The two families occupied the same elite golf circles for decades, and Butch Harmon has known Donald Trump since he was a child. This is not a broadcaster offering a detached opinion about a public figure. This is a man speaking from direct, decades-long personal acquaintance. When asked by journalists why Trump has never been granted membership at Augusta National, Harmon responded without hesitation, "I think you can answer that yourself, because he's Trump," he said. "I think he is who he is. He's full of himself. He's the type of person that I don't think fits the profile of an Augusta member. I've known him most of my whole life because his father was a member of Winged Foot, so I've known Donald pretty much my whole life. What you see is what you get with him, and I don't think his personality fits the membership at Augusta." He closed the exchange with one final observation. "I think it's just his personality doesn't mix with that particular club. That's as politically correct as I can be." Harmon was careful to separate Trump's exclusion from his political status. He noted explicitly that the presidency carries no automatic weight with Augusta's membership committee, pointing to Bill Clinton and Barack Obama as examples. Both men are keen golfers. Neither holds Augusta membership. "I don't think that has anything to do with it," Harmon said of the presidency, "because there's been a lot of other presidents who played golf and they're not members. Clinton, Obama, they played golf." The implication is clear. The office of president has not historically been sufficient reason for Augusta to extend an invitation, and in Trump's case, the personality question supersedes the political one entirely. Augusta's culture stands in deliberate contrast to everything Trump's public persona represents. The club does not seek media attention and rarely generates it on its own terms. Patrons attending the Masters, they are never referred to as fans or a crowd, observe the action in near silence. Mobile phones have been prohibited from the grounds for years. There are no sponsor logos on the course itself, no public address announcements during play, and no commercial signage visible from the fairways. The club does not comment publicly on its operations, its membership, or its decision-making. Members are expected to extend the same discretion the institution itself maintains. Augusta's identity is built on the absence of noise, and that absence is protected actively and consistently. Harmon drew the contrast himself when discussing the atmosphere at the Masters versus what he encountered at the 2025 Ryder Cup at Bethpage Black, an event Trump attended. Harmon chose not to broadcast the Ryder Cup, citing the conduct of American supporters inside the ropes. "I thought the Ryder Cup was disgusting," he said. "It was embarrassing being an American. I love the Ryder Cup, it's my favorite one to broadcast, and being from New York, I had planned to work with the Sky Sports team. But I decided to pull out for that main reason. I felt we would spend more time talking about what's going on with the fans being unruly than we would the golf, and I just didn't feel I wanted to be part of it." Of Augusta's patrons, he said simply, "These are the best behaved in all of golf." Trump's attendance at major sporting events over the past year has repeatedly drawn attention away from the competition itself. At the 2025 US Open Tennis, at the Club World Cup Final, and at the Ryder Cup, his presence generated parallel media coverage that competed with the events themselves. Augusta, as a privately owned and operated institution, is under no obligation to extend access to political figures, and its strict gate controls and media policies mean the club retains full authority over who attends and under what conditions. Trump is not expected to be present at Augusta this week. On the golf itself, Harmon arrived at the Masters with views on the field that reflect his long experience studying the course. He identified Rory McIlroy, the defending champion, as a player competing with a settled mindset following last year's breakthrough. McIlroy completed his career Grand Slam at the 2025 Masters, winning a title that had eluded him across multiple near misses over more than a decade. "I think because he won last year and got that off his back, I don't think he's going to be as uptight as most people would think he was going to be," Harmon said. He drew a direct parallel between McIlroy's ability to control Augusta's demanding layout with his driving and the way Woods once dominated the same course during their time working together. Harmon also expressed confidence in Tommy Fleetwood as a contender capable of winning a green jacket. "I think he's playing the best he has in a long time," Harmon said. "He just tore apart a very hard course, Torrey Pines, very easily and has gained some distance with his driver." Fleetwood's combination of recent form and an Augusta record that has steadily improved makes him, in Harmon's view, a genuine threat beyond the headline favorites. The 2026 Masters opens Thursday without Tiger Woods or Phil Mickelson in the field for the first time in 32 years. Woods announced an extended break from competitive golf following a DUI arrest earlier this year. Mickelson withdrew due to a family health matter that has affected his 2026 LIV Golf season, with the six-time major champion having missed the tour's first 4 events of the year. Their combined absence removes 2 of Augusta's most historically significant figures from a tournament that has defined both of their careers. Against that backdrop, Harmon's remarks about Trump carry a particular weight. He is not a commentator offering speculation. He is a man who has known Trump since childhood, who has spent his career at the highest levels of a sport Trump has pursued with genuine commitment, and who chose this week at Augusta, ahead of the game's most prestigious major, to state plainly that the club's standards and Trump's personality are simply incompatible. The assessment is sourced, personal, and delivered without qualification.